I'm building the same app 7 times with different AI tools and different agents and all those things. So here will be the 7 different platforms: Lovable, Bolt, Replit, Databutton, Groq, uh, Appgen, Marbilsm, Lazy AI, and that's what we're going to be doing. So if you're interested and want to follow along or want to know how to use AI agents, there's going to be a link down below to check out the free guide so you can learn along the way. The rules are pretty simple as we're doing this. As we're going to be using these different platforms, we're going to have the basics of what this app idea will be, and then we're going to be testing out what it looks like, what happens, and all of those things. So we're going to go along for the ride. So let's take a look at how we're going to create the first prompt, how we're going to go through all of this. And if you have any questions, let us know in the chat. And if you're watching this on replay, do hashtag replay. Let's get right into it. So my idea is to create a directory of side hustles to learn how to make different ways to make money and have different ideas how to make money online. So that is going to be my prompt. I'm going to first put it into ChatGPT and have that as a prompt. So I'm going to follow these guidelines right here. Let's take a look. Create a prompt. So I'm going to say create a prompt for this app. Let me bring this in right here. Copy this. I'm going to go into ChatGPT. Let me put that in. I'm going to type this in right here. And I'm going to say the name of the app is Action Over Idea Database. Or I'm going to say, I'll just say Side Hustle Ideas. Name of the app, Side Hustle, Online Side Hustles. All right. Database. Okay, very original. All right, so let's go for the prompt. Let's delete this. So I'm in ChatGPT. I'm using 4.0 and doing that. First, we're getting a prompt here. Okay. Let's see right here. Okay, so now we have this information. Let's see right here. So we have the prompt of the app, so online side hustles database. Now that we have the prompt, we're going to now create a product requirement document, a PRD. So I'm going to say, can you turn it into a product requirement document and the best basic design? Let's put it in here. And this is also saving us credits as well. Ooh, this is the new canvas, I guess, that they're designing and everything. Okay, so we have that. See how it's doing. If you have any questions, or if you're building with any of these tools that we're working on, please let me know. So it's writing. We're going to be using Lovable, Bolt, Replit, Databutton, Groq, Marbilsm, and Lazy AI as we do this. So let's take a look. But once we do this in chat, we're going to be using basically the same instructions over and over again. Let's see. So it gives me a couple different steps, including the roadmap. I'm not going to use the roadmap. And I'm not going to do technical requirements. Let's see. I'm going to say the first 4. Okay, the first 4. All right, so I'm going to copy this over. Product requirement document. I'm going to put it in my Google Sheet just so I have it, so I can refer to it. All right, now that we have this, Let's take this and then bring it into the first one we're going to have is Lovable. Let's see what happens to it. See what it does. And you know what we're going to have it do? We're probably going to add a picture of what it should look like. Let's make it look like Fiverr. Should Fiverr be maybe something like the context or something of what it looks like? Okay. Let's take a picture just so it kind of gives an idea of what the design and everything. Let's put it into Lovable. We're going to attach it. We're going to do a screenshot. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Where's the screenshot? Let's do it one more time. Attached, desktop. There we go. All right. So we have the product requirement document. Let's search and let's start building it. Okay, so we're going to use it with Lovable first. Let me know which one is everyone using. Are they using Lovable, Bolt? Let me know. All right, so we're bringing this up right here. Okay. Let's take a look. All right, so we're getting some more information here. It's great. Okay. Says, I've created a modern responsive landing page for the online side hustle database with the hero section, categories, grid, and popular services showcased. Following the Fiverr inspired design. Oh, that's pretty cool. Scale your income with side hustles. And look at that. That is pretty cool. All right. So we just made the front end right here. Since I've created a modern responsive landing page, there's knowledge, context, custom instructions you want to include. We can do that. If your project requires a back-end functionality, you can use the Supabase menu on the top right to connect your project. All right, let's see about how we can be adding Supabase into this. So it says learn, tell me about Supabase right here. On the other screen, I'm going to bring up my account, but it says, I'll explain what Supabase is and how you can enhance your project. Supabase is an open source alternative to Firebase that provides powerful backend functionality for your web applications. Lovable has a native integration with Supabase that allows you to easily add features like authentication, add user sign up, login and account management, database, store and manage your data in PostQL or Postgres SQL, database, file storage, real-time updates. So it says to get started with Supabase on your project, click on the Supabase menu on the right side of the Lovable interface, connect your project to Supabase. Once connected, you can start using Supabase features in your code. This would be particularly useful for your side hustle to store side hustle listings, allow users to create accounts and save their favorite opportunities, implement user profiles and preferences, add file uploads for images, create a community feature with real-time updates. Would you like to integrate Supabase into your project? I can help you get it set up. Okay, awesome. Okay, so we now have the step-by-step guide here. So we're going to, there's a tutorial here. Interesting. This is the full thing. Not bad. Let's see about, and then there's an overview one. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So first one, create a Supabase account, create a new Supabase project. Okay, so we can do that in one moment. So I'm going to open up Supabase in a second. And with this, I think Lovable just made an option on this, but just going to do this to make sure that I am being safe. So let me create a few things here. Now, Sidekick Ventures. I do like the name of that actually. Sidekick Ventures. That is fun. That is fun. Okay, let's try this out. Be right back. Then what we're going to do is I'm making a setup a new database. Bringing this over here. One second. All right, so let's go back here. Okay, so create a new project. I just did that. Connect to Supabase. Okay. Click on new project, complete the necessary fields, and allow a few minutes to set up. Connect Supabase to Lovable. Locate that. Okay, you will be redirected where you can select the relevant organization. Redirected to Lovable. After completing these steps, please wait a couple of seconds. Adding authentication. This section allows you to integrate. Let's see right here. Okay, this section details how to integrate the Supabase authentication service into your Lovable project, providing specific guidelines for setup usage. Okay, let's see. It says storing data. Okay, edge functions. I think I can do this. Okay, so we have that connect Supabase. All right, let's do that first. Okay, so we just created a new project in Supabase. So I went to supabase.com. We created a new project. Let's go into our project and connect them. Okay. Let's use this. Connect. Now it says you're about to connect your project to Supabase. This will give Lovable context of your Supabase project, persist data, authentication, right backend, and more. Okay. Says you won't be able to make changes once we do this. That's great. The selected project is not active, so you can't go. Go to the Supabase dashboard to activate it. Okay. So I'm in the project. Now I'm looking to activate it. Okay, so it's saying that it should be active. Explore authentication, explore. So what I'm looking at right here is, let's go back. There we go. So it just took a minute. We go back here and then we click connect. All right, I'm now connecting your Supabase project to gather your database structure, tables, and security. This may take a moment. Okay, so as it's doing that, Let's look at this. This section details how to integrate authentication. So to initiate authentication, ensure that you have already connected Supabase project to your project. Add a basic login page to your project. Simply run a prompt similar to the one below. Example, adding a basic login. So example prompt, add login. Let's do that. It's still, it looks like, okay, so it says your app is connected. You can now work on the following features backend and add powerful features. To make this app truly functional, enable signups, store data, add advanced features. Okay. Important, before you deploy your app to production or use any real data, you will need to review and set up the appropriate RLS policies. I can help with that. What's next? If you plan on users to log in, we highly recommend setting up authentication first. So we're going to say add login right here. And it's walking you through all these things. I tried this not too long ago. It was not like this a couple weeks ago that I remember. So this is really walking you through. This is very interesting. In the comment section down below, let me know what you're working on, if this is helpful, all of those things. Okay. All right. So it just, let's create the necessary database. Okay. Please review and approve these SQL commands. And then it's telling you all add authentication, set up protected rules, add login, log out functionalities, update the layout. And then it says, let us know if when you review the SQL commands, and I'll proceed to the code implementation. Apply changes. Okay. All right. So now migration is applied. The migration is applied successfully. Very interesting. Okay. All right. It's changing some things. The documentation is really good that I like so far. And yeah, the team's moving very fast. Okay, I've implemented a few things. So there's now a sign in page. Okay, cool. So let's see if there's an index page. Wow. Okay. Login, index. Okay. Cool. All right. So a login page. Okay. You might want to disable email verification in the Supabase console to speed up the testing process. Okay. We're going to say disable email verification. Sounds good. All right. So we have that. Okay. I'll guide you through disabling email verification in Supabase. You can disable email verification for the following by the following these steps. Go to authentication settings in your Supabase project. Under email auth, disable confirm email. Okay. So I'm doing this in Supabase. It says go to authentication settings. That's on the left-hand side, it looks like. And then authentication under email auth. Let's take a look. See, authentication. Okay, so I'm in authentication settings under email auth, disable confirm email. We're looking at that right now. Just going to copy and paste this. Ooh, here it says, here's a direct link to configure these settings. I should have read more. Yeah, no code changes are needed. Yeah, how about I should have just read that. Okay. There we go. Confirm email. Save. Super helpful because I was looking in the wrong place. Okay, cool. Okay, sounds good. No code changes. Update once you've disabled. New users will be able to sign in immediately without needing to confirm their email. Okay, cool. All right. So next up, let's take a look at this. Let's just log in and see what happens. Can we do that? Failed execute. JSON response body stream. Okay. Try to fix. See what happens. Okay. They're invalid. Status 400 occurs when it hasn't been created. Oh, okay. Log in. Yeah. So how about I should just sign up? Yeah. There we go. Oh, very nice. Very nice. And now it changes like that. Ooh, interesting. So then it's saying, okay, sign in or sign up. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Let's sign up. That is pretty awesome. Okay, no. Just stop. Okay, let's go with that. Sign up. Counter an error. Counter error. Show this one. Try to fix. So it says sign up. Build error. Try to fix. Okay. Cool. What I like about this is a lot of progression, shows you what you need to do. So it's analyzing the error. It's making some changes. Now, what it says, okay, let me change that real quick. So it says updated the policies for the CRUD operations. To configure the setup, you'll need to configure your OAuth providers. Okay, that's fine. And then set up the site URL and redirect for your Supabase project. Okay, so let's go here. So we're doing the auth for Google and GitHub. Let's see. And then we're going to do it for Google too. Let's see about this. Now you see right here where it's talking about client IDs. Let's see. Maybe we'll keep it for right now. I wonder, you see how right over there, we're already at Sidekick Ventures. I think it needs to, do I need to just change this one? You see what I'm saying? Hustle directory Lovable. Let's see. Yeah. Sidekick Ventures. Let's change this. Let's do that. Oh my goodness. I gotta switch and do this off screen. So just doing some stuff real quick. moving some things around right now. And that's the one thing doing this on stream. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky because we're doing stuff with auths and everything. Let's see. Gotta just make sure. See if this is possible. Let's see. And making sure. Just changing some things around. Let's see. Let's see. What is going on here? Let's see. There we go. Oh my goodness. Putting in passwords, moving some things around. Okay, so we've got that done over there. Let's take a look. What? Let's move this around. I know this is boring. Let's see. Okay, that's fine over there. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. Hold on a second. Oh, let's see about this. Really? Hold on a second. Going through that. What in the world? Changing some things out right now, guys. Sorry. In the comment section, let me know if you have questions. Oh, hey, Matt. Thank you so much for being here. What are we doing today? Bit of details, please. Yes. So we're building we're building the same app in seven different AI agent apps. So we're using Supabase. No, excuse me. We're using Lovable. We're in Lovable right now. We're using Bolt. We're also looking at Replit, Databutton, Groq, Marbilsm, and Lazy AI as we're building these out. And so what I'm doing right now in Lovable, I'm building out the back end using um, using Supabase. So it's taking me a little bit of time off air because I'm doing some more of the security things. So unfortunately, I can't show that on stream, right? So I'm finishing that up, and then I'm going on with the build. Yeah, great question. Let's see. Great question. Yep. See, building this out. Okay, got it. Let's see. Let's see, finishing that up. Let's see. Interesting. Okay, so the breakdown for the Google Client ID follows a specific breakdown of the unique identifier string and then the domain. Okay, so the domain is probably going to be this one. Okay, so that's what threw me off. Let's try this out. Let's do this. Let's try it out. See, I wonder how that works with. Hmm. Let's see what happens then. I'm going to apply changes. See what happens. See what happens. Let's see apply changes. Okay. Making some moves right here. CRUD while applying the migration. Migration is applied. There's an error applying the migration. Okay. Make it there below. Please think step by step, resolve it. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. Sign up. Let's see what happens. So now the RLS policies are properly set up. You can proceed with implementing any code changes you need. Let me know when specific changes or features you would like to add. Okay, sign up. Failed to execute JSON on response. Body stream already read. All right. Let's see about this. So we have an error code there. Okay, let's. Eric, hey brother, can you help me with me build an app? Tell me more. I mainly do consulting. I don't usually build that much, but it depends on the build and the questions that you have. But let me know. Also, too, what I'm going to put in the chat, I do strategy calls, Eric. You can book a paid strategy call with me, or email me and let me know what's going on. Looking forward to it, man. My email's in there, so you can email me. But I very rarely build, but I do consulting still, one-on-one consulting. Now let's see. Okay. So I think I need to look at the migration. I want to make sure that I'm doing it right with the SSO login, the auth providers, but I don't think that should give me the error with signing in. Either way, because that would be just errors for the sign in for Google. Let me take a look at the rest of the tables and everything and see what's up. So we have profiles set up already over there. Okay, we have URLs, we've got that. Okay. So let's see, show logs. Let's see what we got here. So what I'm going to see is refer to logs. I'm probably going to say that. Please fix error for logging in to app. So I'm just asking it to refer back to the error. See what it does. All right, let's take a look. So it says, I notice that we have to fix. Okay. Okay, so an error occurred with the code sandbox. Get help. Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna screenshot this. Tell me to get help on Twitter. Just say, I was gonna say, love platform so far, getting an error while building on stream, and would love assistance on the project. Please DM me. I can send you the error I'm receiving. These things happen. It's usually more of a strategy how you're going to be solving it, which is fun. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Overall, we built the front end at the front, and we're going to get more details on that coming up. Okay. Next up, we're going to come back to this. Although I like Sidekick Ventures, I liked a lot of the things with it. We'll take a look. We're going to wait until we get a response back from Lovable, and we're going to keep on going. Okay. Let me put this information here. Supabase. Put this over here, right here. Ah, man. Trades Master Like just joined. Hey, listen. Thank you so much for being here. Glad that you're here. Ask any questions as we're building this stuff out, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we have that. Quick start. Let me keep that over here. All right. Let's go up next. We're going to look at Bolt. Let's take a look at Bolt. So again, if people are looking at what are we using, the guidelines, take a look. There's the AI Agents for Beginners. It's totally free. what we're doing is we're building the same application 7 times with different platforms, looking at it. We're following by the same methodology, creating a prompt, creating a product requirement document, and then copying it into the IDE or the environment that we're building out the app. Here is the product requirement document, and we're going to keep going with this. Okay, gonna copy this over. Let's bring it over to Bolt, and I'm also going to add a picture of the image that I liked of the design. I think I'm already logged in. Yeah, I'm already logged in. Let's take a look. All right, so we're using Bolt, and again, we're doing this with a couple different platforms, testing it out, and seeing what we like, what we don't like, all that kind of stuff. So right now, all right, all right, all right. Okay. Ooh, that looks pretty good actually. That was fast. See what we have here. Okay. So we have side hustle database right here. We have different categories, all of that stuff. Okay. So it's talking about what it did. Let's take a look. And let me know if anyone's using Bolt or they're using different things. Please let me know. Okay, so it says, I've created a modern responsive implementation of an online side hustle database. Clean, professional, core components, features implemented. The app is now running with sample data. The next step would be add authentication, implement the database connection, add detailed pages for each side hustle, implement the search functionality, add profiles, and save hustles. Would you like me to implement any of these next steps or make any adjustments? Let's just go with one at a time. I would like you to implement all of the steps. I'm going to say, let's start with number one, add authentication. Okay, let's see what it's like. Says okay. So it says I'll implement authentication using Supabase. I'll break down the authentication logic, use focus components and utilities. Okay. So it's creating some files here, create source auth. I wonder when it's going to ask me to connect it. Let's take a look. Okay. So it said before proceeding, you'll need to click connect Superbase at the top right. The environment variables will automatically be added to your project. Would you like me to proceed by implementing the database connection next? Yes. Let's see. Let's show problem missing Superbase environment. Okay, yeah. So let's connect it. Okay, it's asking me requesting, authorize, select organization. Okay. Connecting Bolt with Superbase. Oh, visit and pause or delete existing ones. Okay. hit a limit on the free ones. I understand. Let me delete some things. Let me delete some things. GoPro project. Let me delete. I am deleting some Supabase stuff, which makes a lot of sense. Delete. Oh. So on my other screen, I'm deleting some databases so I can be on the free plan still with Supabase. Okay, that's good enough. One more. That'll be fun. Let's connect again. Oh, okay, let's do this. Seems you have gone there, pause, delete existing, and try again. Okay, I just tried again. Let me go back to projects, all projects. Might take a minute. Okay, I only have 2 projects right now. Let's try this again. Come on now. Come on. Let's see about this. Let's try this again. I'd like you to implement the following steps. Add authentication. That's annoying. Let's go out for a second. Let's try this again. Okay. I might have to upgrade, unfortunately, just to keep going with this, which is annoying, but let's see if we can just do this real quick. It might just take a moment, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Okay, we're back. Ugh. Let me see. Let's see. Let me switch over here. One second. Free plan. Let's see. Change subscription. Become unresponsive. Okay. Let's see. Email support. We might just have to do this. upgrade it for a minute and then come right back down. All right, let's try it one more time. If not, I'll just have to upgrade my Supabase for the month to go through these demos. Okay. All right, let's just do that. Let's do a pro plan just for the month. It says pro plan $25. Let's see. Usage. Oh my goodness. Not only that, it's saying that I owe more than. I'm not even going to get into it. See, another thing when you're doing these kind of things. But it is one of those things. Let's take a look. Let's just pay it. And we'll come right back. We'll have to make sure we shut this off afterwards for next month after we work it out. Okay. Adding a payment. Confirm. Motivated. Why did I upgrade? Had to. Needed testing new platforms. All right, let's take a look. All right, let's see. Snitch Hunt said, what are you trying to do? Mr. Hackathon, great question. So I had a number of projects. I deleted them. Bolt is still saying that I've hit my threshold, and so I have to upgrade. Great question. Snitch Hunt says, what is the best so far? Have you tried? Devin, give me the URL, please. Let me make sure I'm seeing the right one. So which ones have we tried so far? We have been using Lovable. We're on Bolt right now. Then we're going to go to Replit, Databutton, Groq, which is interesting. Never used it before. Marbilsm, and then Lazy AI. So we're just in the thick of it. We're just getting started. Yeah. So Mr. Hackathon, yeah, I am trying, but I had to upgrade because it won't. I don't know if I just need to refresh more, but now we're on Pro, so this better work now. Creating a new database on your paid Supabase plan may result in additional charges to your account. Would you like to proceed? Confirm database creation. Interesting. And you see how fast like it did that, but it wouldn't see that anyway, we'll see what happens. We're testing it out. We'll see. We'll see what happens with this paid one, but we'll see about this, Mr. Hackathon. We might be just doing this momentarily. So let's see. Attempt fix. Okay, it's creating the project right now. So let me just wait. See what happens. Mr. Hackathon, I'm just writing you right now. There we go. Okay. So we have that view project right here. Let's attempt to fix here. Create initial database schema. About that time, we're going for the first Red Bull of the night. Okay, please review the proposed and apply. See core tables, side hustles, categories, resources, user preferences. Makes sense. Apply changes. Okay. So we just did that. Okay, next one we've got to do. So we have that. Let me bring this down. Let me just copy it. So I have it over here. Great. So now we have to implement the database connection, add detailed pages, implement the database connection. Let's make sure we did that. Can we do number 2, implement connection? See what it does. Okay. Okay, so it's creating all of the user preferences. Okay, good times. So it's using Vite, excuse me. Okay. So it says I've created a module database, types, categories. Okay. React query hooks for data fetching. Each module will be responsible. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, so we have number 2 done. Let's add each detailed page for each side hustle. Okay. See what it does. Okay. Cursor keeps getting in the way. There we go. Adding side hustle detail pages. Says potential problem detected. See, it says details page include. Would you like me to add additional features to the details page? Let's see. Hustle card now links to details page. Hustle grid. Added loading stacks. The detail page includes. So let's see the problem. Let's do attempt to fix. Let me know, Mr. Hackathon, as you're doing this, do you do fixes every single time before the suggestions come up? Let me know. All right. Let's see. Okay, cool. So they had that, and then the next part is, can I just move this thing? Okay. Would you like me to break down any of the components into smaller pieces? Each has a. All right, no, that makes sense. I like that. I'm going to screenshot this. Can I screenshot? Okay, cool. I'm going to just screenshot this and then just say that I can't see the different side hustles. Say this, refer to attachment. Okay, let's see. Refer to attachment. I do not see the different hustle cards present on the front page. All right. What does Mr. Acklon says? Depends on the fix. Some issues with interactive user onboarding I could have ignored. Did it another way. With OpenAI API calls, I couldn't. Gotcha. Makes sense. All right. You hit the rate limit. Upgrade to keep chatting. I mean, I'm just hitting everything today, aren't I? Everything. And this is a whole thing too that I've been saying for a while when you're using different platforms. I just want a breakdown of what is 10 million tokens? Like, what does it do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm willing to pay it. I just don't know what 10 million, like, the actions in Replit, I think, is the easiest to understand. I could be off, but just go from there. I have 6 Supabase projects and 4 are paused. I cycle through what I paused. Yeah, it shows that it's paused, and it's still, I think because I'm doing too many tonight or going through too many, I think that's why I hit a limit. These things happen. Are you paying for Bolt, Mr. Hackathon? Let me know. All right, just going and if anyone's looking for this, let me know in the chat. If you don't see it, we'll put it in the description section as well. I'm just I'm upgrading Bolt so we can go through this project. That's the only thing. I already paid for Replit for a year, but I've been getting jacked up with I'm paying for so many subscriptions right now. 11 Labs, GPT Pro. I mean, I could, the list goes on and on. I'm gonna have to cancel after all these tests, but I'm paying it. And how many are using like Claude and OpenAI and all those things? So everyone's getting paid some way, somehow. All right. So we're in that. We just paid it. Let's keep going. I'm doing it for the stream. I'm doing it for the stream. That's why I'm paying for all this. Let's see. So we just did that. So we're seeing the filtering, which is fine, but I'm going to have to tell it that I don't see the hustle cards on it. So I'm going to do that again. See attachment. I do not see the on the main page. Add the selection of side hustles on the, what page are we on? Let's say on the main page. See what happens. It says not paying. Token transparency isn't clear. 2, it wasn't sure for Bolt. V0 lovable Replit agents. Yeah. I still think I am liking Replit agents the most. Bang for their buck. Tell it not to rewrite the code base because it's doing that every time. And then probably that's causing me to be charged more, probably tokens. No side hustles found. Check back later. So it says add sample side hustles. There we go. Let's just do that. Let's see. I like that. Let's see. I can do that. Now, do I say that in every command? Don't rewrite the code base every time? That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll need to work on that. Okay, let's see. So it says Supabase migrations, add sample side hustles and categories. New data, add initial categories, add sample hustle. Yeah, I think I said that already, though. And then it says, look, database migration has not been applied correctly. Potential problem. Database action failed. A 400 error. Failed to run SQL error. Blah, blah, blah. Attempt to fix. Let's see what's going on here. Fix migration file with proper UUID. Generation. Okay. Interesting. This should now work correctly. I could have swore this already happened. Prompt disabled. The prompt is currently disabled until you either approve. Okay, yeah. Let's see, apply. See, and it does it again, and it still can't do it. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So it can't generate that. It's done it twice. We're going to find out. So we have this here. Let's by going on and checking what happens from there. Let's implement the search functionality. Let's see what happens. I've been saying it every command. If I wanted to add a button, for example, I would make a note, don't do X. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's take a look. Potential problem detected. Another one. So does not exist. Line 47. Okay. Very interesting. So getting some errors right here. See. Let's see. Do not rewrite code base. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to add this. So in both different errors in Lovable and in Bolt, trying to add things with Supabase, which is very interesting. Writing down details. and we'll see from there. C, question. That's what it's saying. New to text prompt coding with Windsurf. How do I see a live preview of what's being built? Specifically, this is an iOS app. Sorry if it's off topic. I'm also open to using another IDE. Very interesting. Well, thank you so much for being here. Um, let's see. So, how do I see a live preview? Let me see if I can bring it up real quick and show you. We have a new Windsurf video coming out. Okay, well, and look at this, right? I would just like to point out now it just added the sample. So look at this, right? It says, I'll help implement the search functionality. It did that, but it created all these other things in the background too. And then it just made the cards that we asked. Super interesting. Super interesting. Huh. Huh. Very interesting that now it worked. After getting all those errors, now it worked all of a sudden. And so we're gonna come back to your question in 1 second. Let's see. Have the title in the header link back to the homepage. Excuse me. Let's go here. I'm going to say do not rewrite the code base. Let's see about what happens here. Super interesting. Super interesting what happened. Oh, now it says go back here. Okay. So let's see what happens with this thing. Let's do this again. Okay, cool. Awesome. Pretty cool. I like the design overall. Super cool. We have the sign in right here. We implemented the search functionality. Let's see if it works. Art. Okay, search worked. Super interesting. Super interesting. Let's see. Add user profiles and saved hustles. Let's add that. Let's talk about Windsurf for a moment. No, let's do that. So let me stop screen for a second. All right, let's take a look. And thank you so much for everyone joining. We got people from all around the world. We got ones in India. We've got ones in the UK. Thank you all for watching. But what do you, Mr. Hackathon, what is it, like 6 in the morning right now? You're doing awake so early. Maybe you just haven't gone to bed. Let's talk about Windsurf. Slightly off topic, but it's okay. Let's see what we got here. Open. Let's do this. If I remember correctly. Okay, the simple answer is I'm going to send a video. For Windsurf, because you're doing it in the what I have seen is you preview it first, you have to run it, right? Um, in Windsurf, they'll give you an option to actually like run what you just built, and then you're going to be able to see it wherever your terminal, the port is, right? So let me bring this up real quick. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Good to catch up with you again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, and thanks for taking the time for being here today. Let me share my screen, my window. Okay. Okay, so we just did a video about this, but I don't use Windsurf that much. I've done it a couple times with previewing it. So let's see how we did last time. Let's see. Let's do some things. Yeah, I was messing around with a couple things. Port for. Let me see about this. Problems. Okay, so I was working on something else with this, but what you did was to preview. Let me check real quick. Start typing your desired UI. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna just hold on 1 second. I'm looking at this one YouTube bringing it up. I apologize. Da. This is from Corbin Brown. If you haven't seen it, I think this is a really good starter video. We're doing another video on Windsurf. It's just frankly, his is better. So let me bring up his. I'm going to share it in the chat. And what I'm looking at is in Windsurf what you're doing basically. I'm putting this in the chat for you. I always forget where this is in this thing. Okay, so you're going through, you're typing in all of your stuff. That's great. That's great right there. No problem. I'm trying to find the exact timestamp. We're doing another video again coming out like next week or tomorrow. No, what's today? Saturday? Coming in by Tuesday. But okay, so you have that section there, right, with Cascade. That's great. It's talking about what you're adding. And you're seeing how he has it right there with the terminal. Okay, so the terminal you're putting in, thank you, how to run the app. Okay, so look at minute 455, right? So you're seeing right here, you're doing npm start, it's going to run it, and then it's going to tell you where it's running, right? See, I thought I did that, but the problem was, let's try this again. Now I'm irritated, so we're just going to, this is a small detour, but I was like, yeah, npm start. I should have known that. I should have known that. Okay, let me go back. Remove, come back, share screen. Let's redo this thing. Okay, let's do just a new window. Okay, so I'm going to remove, come back, move, stop screen, bring it back, share a screen, and then let's do it from the start. Okay, so let's do this thing, right? So at the beginning, you can chat with Cascade right here, ask it anything. So you can say like, build me a workout tracker, build me a workout tracker. Okay. So then you see right here where it's already, no worries. Sorry. It's all right. We'll get back on track in 1 second. But check out that video on 4 minutes, 55 seconds. So you're seeing right here, it's already created the structure of the project, all those things. Would you like me to start creating the files? I recommend you begin by setting up the structure. I'll wait for your confirmation. I'm going to say yes, create. Yes, create these files. Okay. Okay, so it's going to do all those things. Create the project directory first. Okay. README. It's going to do all this stuff. Okay. Life is good. Okay. So it's running all that stuff. Let me move that. Would you like me to guide you through creating your files in the directory? I recommend creating the file directory first. Yes. Create directory first. Okay, so right here. So it says right here, let's see, code, change directory. Okay, change directory, make directory workouts. Okay, static, and then, okay, right here, insert. Okay, no active editor. So what we need to do is right here, actions right here, source. Hold on 1 second. That is the one downside of switching to so many editors. You forget sometimes. Let's see. This should be fine here. Open folder. Let's do this real quick. Let me make a couple folders right here. One moment. There was another way, I believe, that instead should have just made a folder. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Did all that, create an app, and then let me create it. It should already create it, suggested terminal. So let's just run the command. And then I should tell the folder too, what folder it's at. Give me a second. One moment. Let's see. Search cascade projects. I propose creating a target. So no active editor. Turn off info warnings, manage extension. But what we need to do is have it actually do this right now in it. No. Let's see, 1 second. Open folder. You can clone a repository. Let's open a folder here. Cascade projects. Open. Okay. Do you trust authors? Yes, trust author. Okay. Then what we're doing is pass workflow. Let's do that. Yes. Okay. Propose. Let's see. We're going here for a second. Code with consent right there. That should be fine. Yeah. So you can change directory to that workout tracker. Look at that. So it should be there. Hold on one second. Let me move this for a second. Sure that we're seeing it. Okay. I gotta go into my local folders real quick. Check where that is. But that should be right there. What am I missing? Hold on one second. User docs, Cascade projects. Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me just find this on my desktop. Hold on one second. Okay, Cascade projects. Okay. And then let's just make a new folder. Let's call it Workout Tracker. Workout Tracker. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, will be available right here. Okay, so we have that. Create these files in that directory. Open terminal, navigate to the directory, create virtual environment, activate. Okay. Good times. Okay, install. Let's see what I say. And we're going to say navigate to that. Okay. Install. And then no active editor. So we need to have this right here. And then we need to have this editor. So hold on one second. Show opened editors, workouts. No. Cascade, workout tracker. Workout tracker. Explorer, open folder. And then let's go back. There we go. Open. Let's try this right here. So I'm going there. Workout tracker. Propose, insert right here. Cascade projects. Insert. This should be fun. Thank you so much, man. Nope, we just keep going with this. So let's see. Already right there. I'm in Explorer right here. I'm seeing the workout. Let's add a new file. We already have the folder refresh Explorer. Collapse folders. We don't need to add a new file. If we add a new file, no. We have that right there. I'll create the project. It's right there. I'll create a new directory. Workout review. I apologize. I describe the workout. Propose structure. The folder for workout tracker has been created. Has been created. Let's see about this. What next? Let's take a look at this. Great. Now we'll create the file following. Create requirements, then create read. Okay. Great. Okay. Done. Now it says no active editor right here. Again, copy text, open a remote window, editor. Why am I not seeing this right here? I'm seeing Explorer right here. Seeing new text. Why is my no active editor? Why is that? Let's go back here. Panel, customize layout. I have the cascade right there. Then I'm going to be there. Start a new conversation. Add additional options. Why is my editor not working? So let's take a look. Windsurf editor. Not active. Not working. What is going on? Some say it might be down. Let's see. There's got to be something very simple that I'm not doing. So we have everything here. We also have where the app will be located. So the question is, where can you preview that? You can always do it from, they'll give you the HTTP that you'll be able to access and see it. So that's the answer where you can preview it. I still have to figure out why I cannot see why my editor is not live right now, which I will have to see, but that will give you everything that you need. Hopefully that will put in the right direction, and I will have to come back to why something so simple. When things like this, it's just something that I missed. Hopefully that helps. I know I went off on a slight tangent, but I think this is helpful to see other uh, other platforms and things like that. Let's see. Got inspired in the video you made with the guy that sold his AI app. Oh yeah, Jelani the Builder. I'm doing the same, but I want to build a micro app and sell it to multiple times. Make the prompt, sell it for a low price. What do you think? I like it. I like it. If they want me to build it, then I'll charge more. Or if they want edits, I think that's great. Um, I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great idea. And I'm going to show you, if you're trying to sell your different prompts or things like that, I'll show you a place where you can buy prompts, but you can also sell it. Appreciate it. I'll check out the video you shared. I subscribe to your channel. You're checking out more content. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. I know I previewed it like 3 weeks ago. I just forgot. There's something I'm missing. Thank you so much for watching. Um, Once I figure out what I did wrong, I will let you know. But thank you so much. And yeah, this is great stuff. So we're going to go back to what we were talking about before, but also too, I want to show if I was going to sell a prompt, what I would do. Lopez, I'm glad to hear it. So if some have already heard this, you know, there's that. But I would start looking at Snack Prompt. They sell different prompts. I think you can get a lot of them for free, but I believe some sell prompts here. If I was going to look for ways to, you know, get in front of a lot of people, I'd probably have one or two prompts that I'd have here, and then I would look at trying to make premium ones. Yeah, yeah. If ones have already used this, let me know. But Snack Prompt is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. But I would see if they have a paid version or something like that, or offer a free one that's very, very basic, and then your name would be attached. People would know who you are, right? And then let other people know that you're selling other things. Yeah, created, upvoted. Let me know if that makes sense. I'm going to put that in the chat. Let me know if anyone's used Snack Prompt. But I'd probably create some free ones so I'd get in front of people and then show, you know, more of what I can offer, things like that. Yeah. Hopefully that helps. Great questions. I love this. It's been a great. Everyone's doing great here. Great stuff. Um. Okay. Cool. So we've got that. Let me know. Yeah. Check out Snack Prompt. It's very interesting. They're doing interesting things over there. Okay. Um. Where did we leave off? We were working in Bolt. Oh yeah. Think about building a directory too, but I'm glad there's a place already. Yeah, and I'm saying there's one directory, right? But there can be tons of directories. You can. This is a directory of so many different things, right? Make different automations, things like that. Connect, snack, prompt integration. Yeah, there's a lot of things here. Um, you might be very specific with the type of prompts that you like, a target audience or something like that. So you can still create directories, make them, bundle and unbundle. So like go really super niche, but look at this one as you know, inspiration and go from there. Let's see. Where is this? Okay, so what do? We implemented the search functionality. Now we need to add user profiles and saved hustles. Let's go back to Bolt. I don't think I said that yet. Oh yeah, yeah. Add user profiles and save hustles. Help you add user profiles and save hustles. Okay, so it did that. To access the profile, users can click their profile icon at the header and log in. The system integrates with existing authentication and maintains all functionality. Okay, let's see. Preview this. Can we sign in and take a look? See what happens here. Let's see if I need to sign up here. Sign up. Oh, okay. So it made me a little sign in section. Okay. Let's see. How do I save? Category, stats, visual display, saved hustles grid, saved. Okay, but now you need the process of being able to save or toggle. So what we need to do is I have to tell it to refer to image. Okay. Refer to image for the icon to save a hustle to specific profile. The bookmark icon needs to be marked if selected. Yeah. Hovered over or selected. Yeah, clicked. Let's see about this. Let's see what happens. Are you running Windows or Linux? Great question. I'm on a Mac. I was thinking about selling AI apps built on Bolt and Lovable, etc. Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, I like that. I like that. I could see that happening and everything like that. Um, I mean, you could just have a directory very specific of the type of ones that you're using for either Bolt or Lovable or something like that. I would probably go to, yeah, snack prompts and just let them know, hey, I'm using these platforms. Do you have a category or something like that? See, not found, async. Here to escape. Okay, let's see what happens here. So we got an error. I noticed there's an error when trying to fetch user preferences. This is happening because you need to handle the case where users' preference don't exist. Let's fix the problem. We're going to upgrade. Okay. I'm going to say refer to error. Refer to image for error. Let's see. Go here again. Refer to image for current error. Take a look. Let's take a look. Okay. Potential problems detected. Okay, Supabase request failed. Okay, so it's details, it looks like, on specific things. Okay, cool. Interesting. Oh, very interesting. So it did a link out to somewhere? Resources, free code camp. Very interesting. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so there's a couple of things that we had to fix, but we connected Supabase to it, made a basic structure of what we need. The only thing that I would probably need to add is we need to add a way to add more side hustles, right? Please add um, a form submission for logged in users to submit new side hustles. Because we don't want ones that are not signed in to do it. Please create a form submission button and form. There we go. That's what we'll do. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Every time when I switch screens, it always covers that over. All right. All right, now we got some errors popping up. Show problem, daggone. Okay, let's see what happened. 12, 13, let's see. Create a comprehensive form. Form builds that. The form will appear for logged in users. Handles all necessary validations. Would you like me to add any additional features? Ooh, that little button right there. Very interesting. I do like that though. I do like this quite a bit. Intuitive. It's not bad. Let's see. We got to do something on mobile though. Optimizing on mobile for sure. But not too bad to get started. Okay. Let me know in the chat if this is helpful to see. Okay, so it created a little button. like that. I'm going to say like the application so far. Can you make it mobile optimized? Let's just do that. All right, that looks good. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. Optimize made, collapsible menu. Let's take a look what it does. Okay. Yeah. You like that. Not bad, actually. Not horrible. The only thing I would probably, yeah, not bad. Probably just the database, the name, probably. No, don't sign out, please. Whew. I like it. The only thing that needs changed is the header. Please resize title to fit banner space. Okay. Let's change that. Okay. So for the most part, I think we did pretty good adding it together. Still, what I'd probably need to do is add maybe I gotta add some things, maybe Stripe if I want to have people be charged to sign in or something like that. But at this point, I might not. I might not. Okay, cool. Resized it right there. Not horrible. Cool. All right. So that is Bolt. Let me know if you want me to do more. We integrated Supabase with it. One of the things that took a while, and it threw a lot of errors, but still putting in the screenshots and everything like that, it made it pretty easy, easier than me just coding it. A couple things to consider there, but overall, not horrible, not horrible. Things that I did like. This one seemed to go a little bit easier with Supabase than what I did with Lovable. But again, Lovable's not off the table. We just want a couple more clarifications with it. So we've got that. So what do? We did Lovable, Bolt. Let me move Lovable over here. Bolt. Next up, what we're going to do, we're going to use Replit. We're going to use Replit. We're going to see what happens with this. And we're going to use the same kind of prompt. Okay, so we're going to go over here. Let's bring it over. Copying over the product requirement document. Okay. And we're going to also need to do Firebase login. I think that's enough. I think that's enough. We might add, let's just see what it does when I say Stripe payment. Process payments with Stripe. That's what they're saying is, let me put it down there. Replit. I'll add that later. Okay. So we're going to do this with Replit and see what happens. Oh, I should be taking pictures of all these. Where's Bolt? Let me do a sidekick. Let's see. Where are we? Okay, so we're in Replit, saying I'll help you create your online side hustle database with React and Firebase authentication. We'll implement the core features first, including the directory search. The design will be simplified, but based on your color scheme and modern aesthetic. Would you like to proceed? So build the initial prototype. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Approve, plan, and start. It's going to be building out. The thing that I like about Replit is, number one, they tell me my usage. It tells me how much it's charging me, and then I have a full breakdown of how much I'm being charged right now. I think that's super helpful. Super helpful. All the things that I'm getting charged at. This is the only platform that I see that is so transparent, and going from there. And then right here, I love it. We created a database for you, manage it here. I love that. So it's just building out everything. And then you can decide if you're going to be using the agent, and it tells me if I'm using the automated developer, it's 25 cents per checkout, so like to a point. And then if I need to do quick changes, chat, and quick edits, it's 5 cents with the assistant. Very, very straightforward how I'm doing everything here. So it's building it out right now. Oh, okay. So it's doing that. Just taking pictures of all of the different versions of the app, different platforms. So then we can compare. So as I notice that you'll need to install Firebase packages first. Let's install them. So it's doing that right now for Firebase. Oh, we're doing Firebase? Oh yeah, I guess I should have said Supabase, but it's all right. That's okay. I'm not going to be out of control with my usage. Okay. Provide the 3 values of the secret one. All right. I got to go and do this on another page so it's not shown. Take this away for a moment. Let me move this. All right, let me yeah, I gotta go into my Firebase account and do this and then come right back. So let me just see my Replit screen over here. And ask questions too in the chat as I'm building this out. So I'm switching pages right now. So I got to switch over because I don't want to show anything, that I shouldn't. So I have to go into my accounts and build some things out real quick. So I'm in my Firebase account. and I'm building this out. So that's what I'm doing off screen because I've made this mistake in the past. It's no fun when you make this mistake on stream. So I have to do this here. So, okay. So I had to go to the console, create a new project, or select an existing one. Let's create a new one. The project will be called Side Hustle Max. I don't know. The more and more I do this, the less and less creative I become with names. I mean, I know it sounds bad, but I just keep, yeah, I keep getting worse and worse names every time I go through this. It's calculating it right now, so I'm just looking at some things. Someone's asking, what are we using? We're using Replit, but we've already done Lovable, Bolt, Replit. We're going to do Databutton, Groq, Marbilsm, and Lazy. So we're getting through it. I said we were going to do it. I said we were going to go through all 7. Let's see. Project is ready. I'm going into the Firebase project right now. At the web app to your project's icon. Okay, cool. Add a web app to your project. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm registering it. Okay. Add web app. In the settings, find these values. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so first I need to grab the API key. Okay, grab that. Okay, Firebase. What is that? Oh, yeah. Okay. Like, they can't make it any smaller. Like, are you serious? You know, I can't read that. Let's see. Can't read any of that. Hold on. In the app settings, find these values. Williams, thank you. I discovered your channel. Thank you for providing so much insane value. Hey, no worries. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it. Ask any questions. Great to have you. Where is this thing? Okay, so the app ID I found. My goodness, they don't make this easy. Okay. App ID. Okay, thank goodness. All right, now I got everything. Okay, let's see. Continue. Okay, it's restarting the application now. Get auth. I noticed the authentication already partially set up. There are a few things you need to fix to make it proper. Let's continue the authentication system. Okay. So I went in, knocked out what I needed to. Okay, so now it's telling me what I need to do more of. And man, I checked. I'm in at the perfect time. I'm at work during the same. Oh, how are you all? Well, thanks so much for being here. Let us know where you're watching from. Country, place, part of the world. This is great. Let's see. Yep. So we're just we're building some stuff out right now. Philadelphia. All right, on the East Coast. Okay. Okay. Presented the user. I noticed authentication. Took a screenshot. I love this thing. Look, it's doing all the work. It's screenshot. Look at this. Look at that. So made a side hustle directory. Sign in with Google. Categories. Search your perfect side hustle. It's pretty good. Screenshot that mess. Okay, so it built it with Firebase. And it says this application currently with authentication state and the Firebase sign-in visible in the header. Let's see, I can fix. Is the application loading correctly with authentication's state and Firebase sign-in? Let's see. Let's do that. Let's do a screenshot. Refer to screenshot. No. For to screenshot. I'm gonna say is not the Firebase sign in button is not visible. Although it says it, no, I don't think so. I mean, no. I mean the sign in button is visible. It's just not letting us do anything. Hold on. Let me do this. I'm just explaining what's happening right now. But experiencing an error. Okay. See what we got here. I see the Firebase authentication error in the screen. Let me fix the Firebase configuration. Okay. Let's take a look. It says, is the Firebase sign-in working now without the configuration error? So it says, please make sure you've added the app domain to Firebase console's authorized domains. So this is a question that I have for maybe if Mr. Hackathon's watching too. So configuration when you're doing that, if you're using something like Replit, what is the URL that you should be using? Because I haven't deployed it or anything like that to use Replit. What happens with that? Let me put that in the chat, or I'll I'm going to put that for support. Hold on one second. I'm just asking Mr. Hackathon, actually. Oh, you know what? I should be asking Dan this. Let's see. I'm just writing him a message. Okay, I'm writing this. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, so in general, not horrible. We have those issues. We're going to have to find out about what we use here. But in general, we have the different categories. We have the different side hustles here. What I would probably do is, can we add different side hustles, like example side hustles to the page? Can you add example side hustle cards to the front page? And as it's doing this, so creating all of this with the agent, this front page costs us 50 cents, right? So a lot of people are like, well, it's kind of expensive. Yes, when it's going to a checkpoint, but think about how much it would be if you're working with a junior dev, how much it would cost in development, all of those things. Literally, this is costing just a couple cents to get this done. It's costing 50 cents. So, this really helps you to build up to, if you're paying $20 a month, you could have your first version 1 or your micro app done very quickly with these things. So it's really interesting. Again, it's not free, but a lot of this, I mean, I'll take it. 50 cents to do the whole thing, I'll take it. Okay, cool. And it just made a couple examples, and then we could have a detailed page and all that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. Let me know what you think. Right now, we have done 3 down with connecting it to a database. We haven't tried Stripe yet. We haven't tried a Stripe integration, but we've done all 3 with adding Supabase or Firebase. Let me add this to a page so people can see this. Let's see. Excuse me. Let's do this. Add a page. Let's see. AI agent project. Let's see. 7 same app created with 7 AI agents. Okay, so let's do the first one we just did was Lovable. Let's pull up a image. What did you have the most difficulty in implementing so far in this project? Great question. Depends on the platform. In general, authentication and databases. It was a little bit tougher in Lovable. We were getting a lot of errors. Easier with Bolt and Replit. Those were pretty easy. We just had to go get the API keys and things like that. Stripe has been difficult in a couple other ones like Databutton, but in general, it's the authentication. That's the biggest one. Great question. Okay, so let's go with this one. This is Lovable. Number 2 was Bolt. Bring in bolts. And we just did Replit. What was Replit? Let me take a look at this. That was it? Okay. Did we do the 3? Okay, so we did Lovable so far, Bolt, and then Replit agents. And Lovable plus Supabase, Bolt plus Supabase, and then Replit agents plus firebase. Okay, so far we've done 3. We've done 3. Although we talked about Windsurf briefly, kind of, but maybe we'll test that out later. But we did 3 so far. Next up, and again, so they're almost done. The main thing that we had is the authentication with Firebase. We need to find out, again, what's the domain name that we should be using, or the domain when we're in the environment of Replit before we deploy it. I think that's why we're having trouble with possibly Lovable as well with that. And then we were just getting some errors that were very specific with Supabase requests. But I really think looking at it, just looking at like code, the result, rows, I think it's just, I need more details. I need more details. In general, we got the basics down, but that's what we got. Let's see. Strength talks about, I'm going to give Cursor another go at trying to get it to run this weekend, but Bolt's ease of use has made me, made it your main thing. Yeah. Bolt, I overall experience, I do like Bolt quite a bit. I like Bolt quite a bit. Lovable, I like how many things they're adding. They're moving very quickly. Their Twitter presence and even the things that they're adding, like what did I see online today? It was like their prompts, how to basically do better prompting using the platform. I thought that was really cool. Um, yeah, I think they're just really listening to the community very, very quickly, and implementing things very, very quickly. Let me see what they're doing. Let's see what they got here. I'm looking on their Twitter page. Come on now. Hold on. Lovable prompting. Yeah, I thought this was pretty cool. So prompting handbook, best practices. I wish every platform did this. But thought it was very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Let me know what you think about Cursor if you decide to use it again. But okay. So we just did Lovable, Bolt, Replit. Let's take a look at, what are we doing next? Oh, Databutton? Yeah, Databutton. All right. Databutton, let's go in. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to start from scratch and knock this thing out and see what happens. Although we have been using Databutton quite a bit, I mean, I'm just going to show you what we created with Databutton. I think that would be better. We're still waiting to get an answer for one thing, but we'll bring it up. If you haven't used Databutton, it's very similar to a lot of these other platforms. One of the things that stick out would be how it's designed and a lot of the things that you can see right here as you're, building out your different pages, things like that. And their customer service, top notch. Really like their customer service. Um, on the left-hand side, you can navigate to the different pages. You can see the different components. At the bottom, you can see the logs. You chat on the right-hand side. So it's a little bit different. A lot of times you're chatting on the left-hand side with a lot of these builders, but you can navigate to the settings, to all of your things. They got extensions right here. Look at that. Firebase auth. This is new. And then you have your tasks over here. And then on your right hand side, that's where you're going to be able to go through and everything like that. So let's see home if we can open preview here. Unable to preview it, your contains one or more errors. And this is what I'm working on. Let's just do it from scratch. Let's just see what happens. New. Let's see. Describe what you're going to try to build. Let's go with the same thing. We say, let's see how much we can get here in the chat. 150 characters max. So I'm just doing this one sentence. And then it says pre-build components or full flexibility tailwind. Select UI library pre-built, easier to use and looks nice by default. Tailwind requires more prompting, gives complete control over the app's styling. Depends. I want it to look a little bit better out of the box, so I'm not going to use Tailwind. But definitely, if you're familiar with Tailwind, you have a very specific look and feel, and you're used to using CSS, I would use that. So it's building me the directory right here. It's thinking about its life. It's generated some things. Let's see what we got here. Generating the code. All right, all right. See what we got here. Going from there. Good, good, good. It's checking the front end. It's building. Oh, okay. Very interesting. Yeah, back to directory. Very cool. Okay. All right. So not too bad actually. Okay. So what do I need to add to it? So it cannot read certain things properly. Let's see. Invalid hook call called inside the body function. Okay. Nothing crazy. Okay, so I've built the first version of your side hustle directory, browse through the side hustle opportunities. Okay, filter opportunities. It's working. Navigate back and forth the different views. Okay, cool. Click on the card to view details, checking if the responsive layout works when you're looking at it. Okay, cool. I like that actually. I like that a lot. Implement sorting options. It's already there. Create an about page. Enhance card design. I'd like to improve the visual designs of the hustle cards for better aesthetics. All right, we can do that. In general, I think it's pretty great. I'm gonna just add the section that I did from Bolt and just talk about that I want to be able to add something. I think I said that in Bolt. Yeah, I did that. Let's see about this. Create a submission button in a form for logged in users to create a new side hustle. I'm just going to do it just users and not signed in users. Okay. Says red. Okay, cool. Updating the components. Checking front end code. See what it's going to do here. Thank you all for watching. Man, we got people all around the world. More than 52 people watching. And it's like 2 a.m. here on East Coast. Oh no, where? Well, some people around the world. Somewhere it's earlier, and it's either Sunday midday or maybe Monday for some. Is it Monday somewhere? Could be off on that. Maybe it's only 12 hours. I don't know. Some could be 24. Let's see. Let's see. Not found. Let's see what we got here. Optimize reloading. Oh, it's reloading. Optimize changed. Reloading. Okay. I'm being patient. Ask agent for help. Let's see. Logs reading. Yep, reading the logs. We're seeing what's going on here. Checking code. Reading the logs. Says, let me see if you have more issues. I fixed the error by probably setting the React router. Let's just take a picture. I'm just gonna say look at logs. Logs. Look at preview and look at logs. Okay. Let's see. Super got here late, but not a problem. Let's take a look. Thank you so much for being here. What program do you like so far? Using Lovable and working through errors when it's breaking something it didn't need to touch in the first place. It's rough. I'm feeling you. Great questions. So, what have I liked so far? What have we looked at? So, we used Lovable. We're having some issues with that with Supabase, so we're working through that. The best looking ones and the best experience so far, I think it's probably Bolt in Supabase or Replit agents in Firebase. Those two created again. I thought that was a pretty good experience just going through everything. Replit seemed a lot more solid, and just the way that they approach documentation and integration. It doesn't look, and it's still looking a lot better. Like every day, every week, it keeps getting better and better. We've looked at Replit the last couple of weeks, and it's really catching up. I still like Bolt and Supabase. Replit, just the benefit of Replit is you can do everything with integrated with Stripe, with Firebase, and you can deploy all in one environment that scales. What we've heard and talked to a few others, even when you're using Bolt or Supabase, a lot of people are then putting it in either Windsurf or Cursor to scale, put it into GitHub, do a bunch of things, and then go from there. Lovable, I like how much the team is moving, but I have been getting a lot of errors. So that's where we're at right now. We're using Databutton. It was working. And again, we were just getting some small errors. I'm going to probably leave and come right back into it. Um, but that's what we're the error that we're having. Look, and I leave and come right back. Look, it's back up. It looks great. So, and sometimes a lot of these things, they're moving so fast, a lot of things. Yeah, so this is what we got. Let's open preview. Yeah, looks pretty great. So I'm gonna add one more thing to it and then go from there. So the thing that we had from that we got from Bolt, we're gonna add to this. So we're gonna create a form submission for logged in right there. And then yeah, we're gonna probably have this too. And just have it add that. Let's see, Bolt. No, we're gonna go to Databutton. Let's see. And then we're gonna add. We're gonna use stuff from Bolt. I'm gonna say what it includes. I'm gonna leave out what it does. The model. I'm just gonna say the form includes. Let's see what happens. Love the feedback and the content thus far. Keep up the great work. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Always here for you. Testing all this stuff out. It's exciting. There's a lot of new stuff. I'm very excited about testing all this, the different platforms out. Let me just tell it what we want it to do, and then we'll see how it works. I think if I give it too much information, it might just start hating me. Also, too, we're gonna do it for three more, three more things we're building out of Groq, Marbilsm, and Lazy AI. So we're not done yet. We're almost halfway through. We're almost halfway through. We're doing good though. Okay. What does Databutton say? It's writing code. The brain is reloaded, it says, so we're going to try it out. Checking front end. Added a form component, which is awesome. Oh, also too, I should mention, we're working on. I don't know if we're calling it a. We are calling it a course. We just don't know what we're gonna do yet. But we want to hear what's best for everyone and what people want to learn. So let me add this. Let me add this right now. So it's working. Let's see. Optimize. Let me see if I can just refresh the page. Okay, cool. Add side hustle. Nice. Nice. Okay. Let's test it out. Let's see, deploy. What should the URL be? No, it looks good. Submit your new hustle right there. Python installation field right there. Let's deploy this. See what happens. Also, too, we have a new course. We're still debating. It's going to be like idea to app or to how to create micro apps, how you can pick the right, how can you evaluate the right tool, how can you start going to validate and start making money with your micro app. Excuse me. If you're interested or want to know more, please take the survey. We're going to be in the next well, by Monday, we're going to be announcing what we're going to do, but we want to hear the feedback and how we can help the community. Again, we're still working on some things, but if you're interested, please, please, please let us know. We'd love the feedback. Okay, so we have this. Learn more. Go back to directory. Let's add a side hustle. Let's go with testing. Let's just go with creating micro apps. See what it does. Select digital services, description, a service-based business to create micro apps for small and mid-sized businesses. Right? Potential earnings. I'm gonna say 4,000 a month. Time commitment 10. I'm gonna say it's an intermediate startup cost. I'm gonna say $150. See what happens adding. So it did that. Okay, so it just created one. Great. Okay, so what it should do is on submission of a new side hustle, it should like say success or something like that. So let's just put that in. But it did it, and it's right here. Awesome. So let's see. In this back end, yeah, we'll talk about that, what it has, and all those things. Internal storage, yeah. But let's talk about that. We'll write upon submission, the form should say success and confetti fill the screen. The submission success message should be. There we go. Let's add that. Okay, so we're adding just a couple changes right there. But in general, I'm actually pretty happy about this. Side hustle directory. Very modern. I like the design. Where is this? No, where's my thing? Got way too many things going on. Okay, so number 4 is Databutton plus it will be Firebase. Right now, I think they're just using Postgres or something, but we'll connect it to Firebase in a little bit. Got that. If people want to see all this is all under the AI agents for beginners. All the different examples. I put AI agent projects, so you'll be able to see all this stuff. What we're doing. All right. Let's see. We're going to do the same thing. We can't skimp just because we've done this a couple times. We're going to update and add Firebase to this. We're going to see what it looks like. We're not gonna waste anything. We're going to do the same thing. See, side hustle. Databutton. Okay, let's see. Let's deploy it. It's going to try to deploy it for a second. We'll see how it's doing. Saying it's started. So we're going to see what happens. Okay. As it's doing that, we're going to wait. Fail to deploy. Okay, so let's fail deployment. Let's just open it up, see what happens. Yeah, failed to fetch dynamically, reload page. Let's try to deploy app or wait. We might have to just wait like 5 minutes. Again, a lot of these things, they're so new. These things happen. Oh, deployment started. That's nice. Yeah, we're still getting a failed. We'll see what happens. Sometimes it takes a minute, but okay. We'll wait on that. So let's write a note on that. Deployment issues after initial build. Couldn't add Firebase to a new build. Okay, let's add that. Lovable, we just had trouble with errors. Errors plus trouble adding. Supabase. Let's see. Agent here. Possible issue. Sorry. Firebase. Possible issue with URL for auth. Okay. Just notes for ourselves, pros and cons of what happened when we're doing everything. Okay, we did 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're making it through. Yeah, we're still getting the failed one. We'll just come back later. But overall, I think we did pretty good. Okay, so let's keep moving. Okay, we've done 4. Okay, what else do we need to do? Databutton. Let's do Groq. Groq is one that Dan Perry found. Shout out to Dan. I hadn't heard of this before. Let's just test it out. Create a directory for side hustles. Say online side hustles or something like that. So this is brand new. Haven't really messed with it that much. Very experimental type of apps. Space Invaders, to-do lists, weather apps, quiz apps. Kind of weird. But we're willing to try it out. This is really fast. I don't even think I understood what just happened. So it made an HTML document. Very interesting. And then popular side hustles. Huh. Edit feedback. I want to have a database of different options for side hustles. I mean, it did what I asked. I can share it. This app provides a comprehensive directory of online side hustles, including freelance, writing. This is just very interesting. I did not see that coming. It's kind of weird. And then remix this app. It's very interesting. Just said resources. Let me go back and try something. Create. I gotta take a picture first of all. Very odd. I mean, technically, it's doing what I'm asking. Technically, it made a small database. Very odd. Create. Let's see. Create a tool to find customers for me online. I have a skill and need help marketing my skill. What I'm going to do is here, I'm going to actually take this. I'll just create it. What happens here? What? Customer finder tool. Enter your skill to find potential customers online. Okay. Let's see about this. Graphic. Really? Let's see. Graphic designer. That is pretty funny. Ooh, let's see. I just can't see anything here. Let's see about this. That is very funny. Cannot make text in enter your skill field, the font. No. The text should be black. It's very interesting. This is an interesting little project. And it did it. Graphic designer. So our tool uses advanced algorithms to search for potential customers online. We analyze social media platforms. That's pretty interesting. So it doesn't really work, but it's a pretty cool interface. That's kind of weird. I like it though. I like it. Hold on. This is a very. I have to think about this. I really do have to think about this. I don't know what to say about this. This is very interesting. Um, that's a pretty cool tool, though. I'm gonna put that in the chat. It's a weird tool. I mean, technically, it did what I wanted. It's super basic. Very interesting. I'm actually taken aback about how easy it is. Um, just super fun. Super fun. You can create a like a calculator, expense tracker. This is a pretty magical thing that's just very fun, very easy. Um, I could see it being like a calculator for very specific things, like if you were it like calculates square footage of something. If I was if I was offering a service and it's a free calculator, I would do something like that. Very weird website. Very weird website. Let's see, recipe finder. That's just funny. Very interesting. Question I have is, how do you edit it? But it's a really fun little app thing. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Really cool for kind of getting ideas out of your head. Really obscure things, but that was fun. That was fun. Not very powerful, but it did what I asked. It really did. No, I'm going to say it's online directory to find. Let's see. Create an online directory to find customers. Create an online. No, create a directory to find potential clients as a freelancer. Freelance client directory. Enter client name. Oh, well, so it's almost like this is trying to make it more of a CRM. Let's see about this. And then it does it. So you just need to tell it what to do. That's so interesting. Very basic. Super fun. Give it 9 out of 10. It gives you actually more ideas of what you could then take this and then put it into Bolt or something like that. Super interesting. Gives me a lot of ideas. Give me a lot of ideas. All right. So we're going to take this. And Groq Labs. Super interesting. Let's see. Let's add that. to the list. That was fun. Very basic. Great to test ideas and to get basic outline or possible format for a micro app. Very fun. Very fun. Very fun. Super basic right now. Don't really think that you can build a lot of things, but yeah, super fun. Let me put a URL in it because I'll forget. Okay. Let's take a look at an old one that we have talked about almost 6 months ago. Let's take a look at Marbilsm. So you can do a lot of things, a lot of interesting applications. Now the thing is, Marbilsm, and they have been saying it for since we started using it. Um, it is meant for ones that um, you have to be a coder. Like it's meant for coders. So ye it's not user friendly like the other ones, unless they've changed something in the since the time I've talked to them. It was meant for coders. So let's take a look. Build an app used on AI description. We're going to just say side hustles. See type. And we're going to say it's a SaaS. Okay, we're going to say it's in dark mode. 5,000 characters. Let's see if this is fine. I don't know how many characters this is. Okay, it works. Let's go with next. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. Okay. Homepage is included. It cannot be removed. Okay. Side hustle details, resources, my dashboard, community. Group by categories, filter categories. Can share my own success story. I like that. This page is included by default and cannot be modified. Really? Interesting. Let's take a look at the data model. Let's take a look. Okay. Data model. Okay, so it's showing me users, organization, Stripe command. Okay, so guide, success story, side hustle. It's showing quite a bit. generating code base. So this can take up to 5 minutes. I mean, it makes sense. It's doing a lot of work. Okay, as it's doing that, and then it gives you tutorials, working conditions, display hello world and React. See, it's very. I mean, it's meant for this kind of stuff, right? They're not pulling any punches. It's meant they want developers. 2-hour workspace, unlimited workspace. Let's see. Interesting. I like the branding, by the way. 18 minute, 18%. Okay. Someone's asking what's the URL. Yeah. We'll put it in the chat. Marbilsm. All right. Let's take a look. It's doing that right now. It's building out 25%. Let's take a look at lazy AI. Get lazy. Build and modify AI powered software with prompts and deploy it to the cloud in one click. All right. This looks like we're going to have to make it very basic. We'll see how many words we can get in this. Let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. Looks like it's going to expand. We'll add the whole thing then. See what it does before it kicks us out. Oh, yeah. No. Let's just do this. Preferred method to continue. Fine. I think I've already signed up for this. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Always links to your email. Let's see. Okay, we're signing into lazy. Kind of organization. Oh my goodness. Put in this stuff for lazy AI. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? What is going on here? We've got to stop this. All right, let's see. Typing in all this stuff for lazy AI just to use this. Ay, caramba. All this just to use lazy. My goodness. Better be worth it. All right. See, we've got that, and we're looking at lazy. Log in access. Log into the access. I will wait. See, anyone can view the content. Put it that way. Finalizing. See, top recommendation, web app without login. This is good starting point. Stylized. It has a header, footer, tailwind, flow byte loaded. Start with this. Let's see. Load more. AI agent is versatile. Lets you create and manage your AI powered chatbot, backend server, simple Slack bot. Interesting. So what I like about this is it's kind of just giving you options how it could give you the solution. Then it's telling you what it would prefer to do. Interesting. I like that because that also helps like you thinking about all of the things it possibly could do. Tested latest version, publish, production. Sounds good. Let's build. Don't give me that. It's trying to upsell me already. Finalizing here. See, so we're finishing up. We can have these two different ones. See what it's doing. Move some stuff here. Way too many things. All right, so it's building it out. Maybe I should refresh. Maybe I shouldn't have. Okay, it's still finalizing. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Having a problem with your app? Customer on Pro tier gets premium support from the lazy team. Okay, so let's see. Create the initial version of your side hustle directory. Here's what I've implemented: created a database table to store side hustle opportunities, add a model to handle the side hustle data, updated the homepage to display side hustles, added some sample stuff. Please test the application and what you would like to adjust. Let's go with okay, so home. This is what I would do. Let's add new features, filtering or searching, including filtering and searching. Sounds good. Let's build. Okay. It's pretty interesting. I think there's a sloth back here, so they're using their logo. Interesting. Marbilsm is still finalizing. All right. We got a little search bar right there. Oh, cool. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do, add detailed pages for each side hustle. Okay, sounds good. Let's build. It says running test server shuts down in 29 minutes. So it really does make you work fast. I have to look at how many credits and everything. Interesting. Oh my goodness. This is taking forever. Maybe I should have started with that one first. Okay. Oh, by the way, yep. If anyone wants to have the AI agent, um, it's free for the what do you call it? For the resource guide. Almost 3 hours passed. I'm losing it a little bit. Now I will say a lot of people that stream like 7 hours a day, 12 hours a day, like more power to you. Like I'm just not built for that. I don't think. In the chat, let me put it in the chat down below. You can download the guide. Okay. Let me see what's going on here. We got that, rid of that, rid of this stuff. Okay. Created details page, learn more. Not bad. Okay, we're gonna add one more thing. And that is, where was it? We got it from Bolt. Form will appear. Let's see about this. Create a form submission button. Let's see about that. Boom. Let's build it. Let me see, how much is this? See what the pricing is of this. Prompting with daily limits, free. Unlimited testing, $20. Everyone's trying to do the $20 right now. Unlimited coding editing. Wow. I don't know if that's going to stay like that for a while. Depends on, wow, that's pretty generous. Unlimited prompting. Then it goes to $60 when you're deploying it to production, custom domain, dedicated support. So really, you're just kind of just messing around with it until you hit 59 or $60 a month. Now it's 30 if you just go annual, which isn't horrible. Isn't too bad. So this is made with lazy AI, they're saying. Interesting. Submit side hustle. So let's drop this down. Okay, calm it down. Not bad. So let's look at the database. So it's a SQLite database. Flask and Peewee? Interesting. Very interesting. Very light stuff. Very light stuff. But open a tab. Not horrible. Out of designs, is probably my, I don't know, not my favorite design. Gets the job done. Submit, pretty easy. Let's just test it out. Title, micro apps, description, new apps for SMBs. Category, online business. I'd probably do a drop down. Minimum earning, 100. Max, we'll do 1500. Requirement to get started, laptop and internet. Tips for success. Be like water, my friend. All right. Let's successfully submitted it. And you have it right here. Pretty cool. Nothing crazy. Works outside the box, or it works in the box. Not a big deal. Super, 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 super simple. But works, did all the basics. We could look at logging in, what it would have to do for that. Yeah, definitely pausing my project to watch a few of your past lives. Thanks for your insight on using these apps. No worries. Thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Um, Marbilsm still isn't done generating code. Generating code base. This may take up to 5 minutes. I mean, how many minutes has it been? Oh, now it works. Right when I started talking about it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Go to workspace. Loading repository. I love the logo. I like everything about that. It's just a lot. Now I will say, um, we'll see how it goes in the preview. We've been talking to them like 6 months ago. And they're still working on some things. We'll see what happens with this. But again, it's made for coders. It's primarily made for coders. And so a lot of no coders were coming on the platform getting super confused because they didn't know the basics. I barely know the basics. I probably don't know the basics. But it just is not right for no coders. They're not marketing it for no coders, despite what it looks like on the front page. But you saw this is online workspace, build and preview your app, use VS Code editor for a hands-on approach, take the tour. Show me. AI chat. Now this is all new, by the way. This is new since the last time I did this in June. Changes to ask changes in code. Prompt context. When you ask for changes, your prompt is sent along with a file, code base as context. The file is automatically tracked as you navigate to preview or view files. You can manually select a file using the search menu. These are two settings to customize how you request is executed. Hover the I badge. Wow. Okay, so this has changed quite a bit. Errors all a each After each AI-driven change, a scan runs to detect potential issues. You can automatically resolve errors by clicking resolve. This is new. This is way new. Save changes right here. A lot more other features than a lot of them. Git history. This is your Git history. You can easily navigate through the previous commits and revert your project. Oof. Models is where your database models are. Where it's all of your models right here. Refer to Zen stack documentation for more details. API CRUD. See, it's a lot of stuff under the hood for this bad boy. App routes. Yeah, I would do their. I mean, definitely. They had their learn section right here, tutorials. I mean, this is a lot more detailed than a lot of these other apps. Although they've been around relatively longer than so many others. I mean, they were earlier this year for sure, but they've added a lot to be more. Man, this is crazy. API plugins. There's where Marbilsm plugins are defined. Logs. Okay. Emails are mocked by default and should appear here. Database tab. Wow. Okay. Now it's your turn to take over and enjoy. Ooh, I do. I'm not going to lie to you, though. I am not going to lie. Probably my favorite out of the box homepage. Not going to lie to you. Not going to lie to you. Let's see. Preview right there. Very interesting. Plugin store, save. See, no code editor. Layer. So they even have a no code editor now. You can see that it's definitely more like if you're looking at a style, what's the word I'm looking for? More like HTML and CSS and things like that. But how do I go back? Layer, preview, login. Oop. Okay. I do like this. Features, drops down. Looks good. Looks real good. Featured in. I like this. I like this a lot. Pricing. Get it started. You have to register. Wow. So Marbilsm, let's see. I had to start looking at it. Routers, clients. Okay, we'll talk about this later. I will say it was worth the wait. It's worth the wait. So all the divs right here. Select element. Okay. Okay, so then it switches over. To get used to that. Refresh it. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Very interesting. I take a screenshot. Overall, probably one of my nicest, like very modern. I wonder if I took a picture of this and then put it back in the other ones. I like the homepage. I love everything about it. Did a really good job. Really good job. Um, I gotta take a picture of all this. Yeah, I think this is one of the best ones. It's good narrative, all those things. Good, like your journey. Loved everything about it. Very modern. I try to do this version similar to this in Databutton. It just looks a lot cleaner. Love it. Okay. So we built that, comes with a database, does all those things. I had to know more about this, but it's interesting that they added the no code editor. They did not have this when I first, reviewed it months ago. It really is that I mean, all these platforms are moving so quickly. So it's interesting. Um, let's take a look. Okay, so let's talk about Marbilsm. Better than I thought, for sure. For sure. I might go through the lessons. Very interesting. Very interesting. Let's do Marbilsm for more technical founders, adding new features for no coders. I'm gonna say, I think it's probably gonna be definitely has a database, but I gotta check what kind. More details on database soon. Coming soon. But it has everything already connected to it. Um, Pricing could be an issue, but it's not getting as much notice as Windsurf or like Bolt and things like that. So I think they're not as wonky with their pricing than the other ones. It's not like getting out of control and it's needing to change pricing really quickly. It has a lot of potential. I definitely think more coders are going to like it, but then you go into the style of when I'm with coders and I'm showing them this, they'll say, well, if I can already do something X, Y, and Z, why wouldn't I use Copilot or why wouldn't I use something that's extremely cheaper and I can just be in an environment that I'm using? And that's kind of the problem with a lot of these builders. A lot of people are using Cursor or using Copilot and all these things very, very lean, less features, and they don't have to pay as much because they know what they're doing. Versus you've got other ones like Windsurf and Bolt and all those things are placating to less technical people. It's still a lot cheaper than a lot of these other SaaS platforms, but it really depends on the use case. So it's going to be interesting in the next 6 or 7 months who's going to get the upper hand. But everyone's trying to implement and move very quickly, and which is a benefit for all of the consumers out there. So okay, so Marbilsm, and the last one we looked at what is lazy AI? Maybe are they calling me lazy when I'm using this? Whichever it is. It's interesting. Lazy AI is interesting. It's very basic, super fast. It looks like they're using for their web-based SQLite database, they're using Flask and Peewee. I've never used them before. Super, super simple. Um, really lightweight. You can change some things over here. No problem at all. Um, the design, there's a lot to be desired. Don't really like it out the box. Now you could change some things, but in general, um, design, was okay. Um, but it was super fast building. It'd be interesting for a sign-in feature, how much work that would take. The pricing, I don't know about the pricing yet. Again, the free plan, you could just go to your daily limits and be done with it. Um, I got to look at this daily limit business here. Okay, so I'd have to look at this more. And this goes back into like these subscription and billing things. Sometimes it's just not very clear. It's not very clear at all. Um, like prompt with daily limits. Let's see, is the limits found? Like, where are the limits found? So right here, you have the code here, by the way. Environment, add secret keys for environments and doing things. Okay. Simple. The structure is, I will say, probably the easiest thing or the best thing for people if they understand the structure of the files management system. Just using VS Code a little bit, it's helped. I'm by far not the greatest person to explain it, but it has helped just to navigate where files are. Um, yeah, lazy is not bad. It's the pricing is what gets me. Like, it's not really that competitive. It's cool to test out, but I don't see anything that jumps off the page with it. And if I really like it, then I'm gonna commit to $400 a year. Like, there's no point in me just doing pro monthly. I'm just gonna get 50% off and just go with it. But I don't know. I would have to do a lot more testing and just see what I enjoy about it. Right now, I'd probably still just go with Bolt if I was doing something, or better yet, just Replit because I know everything I can just scale in it. And lazy, I don't know. The pricing doesn't make sense for it to be kind of off on its own. It is extremely fast, but it's just different, and it's just a different tech stack than the other ones. And I'm kind of fearful of a lot of these startups that are just going gun ho, and that I might have to rebuild later on. But again, it's moving so fast. You could build these MVPs and just rebuild it. Like, that's why we did it. But in 3.5 hours, we did it 7 times. Partially or almost everything with combining with a database. We just didn't do Stripe, but in 3.5 hours, we did this 7 times building the same thing. So, I don't think it's like building on, quicksand and you'll never, get your time back. We spent like 15 minutes with lazy AI. So, the more I talk about it, I might try out the free plan. If you're really, really interested, then I would just go for pro annual. It doesn't even make sense. I'm not paying 19 and I can't even launch it. Um, yeah, deploy to a custom domain. Of course I need to go to a custom domain. Um, if I'm serious, I'm trying to sell it or something. But again, if I was working with a client and I could build something really fast and then I'm charging the client all the basically time it took me to learn it, I could see it. But again, from what I can see, did I add did I add lazy? I didn't add lazy. Hold on. Let me add lazy. Okay. Interesting pricing model. Basic design. Interested to see process, add, login, auth, and Stripe payments. Okay. So as we looked at the 7, and thank you everyone that's been staying here the whole time. My goodness. What was it, 3.5 hours? My goodness. Thank you all for watching. Okay. So if I was looking at the 7 and what I liked, number one, Lovable has a lot of potential in Supabase. I want to like them a lot. I like to see how fast they're moving. Just a little bit too many errors for me personally. Bolt and Supabase, I like the design. It was pretty easy to get through. Again, there was a couple things of I was getting a lot of errors with Supabase, the same thing over and over again. And then it ended up just working after generating it. What I don't like is the token economics of it. Like the token, like how much are tokens? worth. Like unclear billing. That's one thing for me. Replit, what I like is um, Firebase. The only issue I had was the possible issue with the URL for the auth where it was connected. That was the one thing that it was pretty easy once I got into the right screens and everything. Um, I like the credit usage and breakdown. I also like how the difference between AI agent, and what was it? Where was Replit? Let me bring it over. Let me look at Replit again. Agent and assistant. So agent is going to charge you more by the checkpoint. Assistant is going to be cheaper, and you can still modify some things. So I like going back and forth of that and the changes on price. And really, they're not trying. It was just a lot more transparent about how much I'm going to how much I'm going to spend, what I want to do, all of those things. Let me go to the usage page. It was a very, very detailed breakdown. Like I spent so far $2.79. And it resets in 5 days. I gotta max this thing out. I've been trying to do stuff, but I need to do more to make my make my money count. Um, so that was one thing. Databutton, I liked the look and feel of it. It worked pretty well. Um, the only thing that I would mention with Databutton is it did fail quite a few times. But I would just had to refresh and it was fine. But I like the colors. I like everything about it. Um, and then the deployment after the initial build couldn't add Firebase to new build just because it was kept failing. I've used it before, but that's something to keep in mind. Could just be how many people are using it, all of those things. A lot of these things, again, the volume is just ridiculous. Reminds me of like when Replit first came out and had to shut down how much people were using it. I think a lot of these smaller ones that are popping up and getting success, they're dealing with the same thing. Windsurf is another one trying to keep up, but they're killing it right now. So it's something to keep in mind. Groq, that was just delightful, not powerful at all, but really, it's almost just like a silly tool to try out, but fun. Really basic. It made me think about like a couple things that I could use it for, or just things that I could now put in Replit of like, hey, use this design and then build it out for me. I like the one where it was giving options if I'm a freelancer and how can I look for new opportunities. Thought the design was really novel. Hadn't really thought about it. So yeah, just for them being different, I like Groq and just super super lightweight. Marbilsm probably I was the most shocked about. I didn't think I was going to like it this much. Um, it is highly technical. I can see coders really liking it, but again, I don't see why coders would use this over Cursor or using Copilot, but that's to be seen. But they are building things for no coders. Super impressed by what they're doing, and would be interested to see more. Lazy AI, it was interesting as an interface. Nothing jumped out. It's doing the same pricing structure as like a Replit or a Bolt. I just don't think. I think it's you gotta give me some reasons why I'm gonna be competing with them because I don't like the design as much. It's $20 a month. It's $30 to launch something. It's not anywhere near as something like Replit. So something to keep in mind. But there you have it, everybody. We went through 7 builds, building the same thing in 7 different ways. We've been doing this for almost 3.5 hours. It's crazy. Thank you so much for everyone that stayed and watched and participated. We're going to do a wrap up video of like a quick rapid fire one later on, comparing the 7. If there's a platform that you want me to review or something to talk about in the future, make sure you like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments section. We do this for you. I'm super excited about this because there's just so many things coming out. And I really think this is really beneficial in the space. You know how much I like no code tools and these new AI agents. I think this is just going to be so impactful for people building and what everyone's doing in the year to come. So we're going to be doing a lot of live streams. As you can see, we're doing a lot this week, and we're going to continue. If you want to hear about our new class that we're going to be launching soon, um, please take a look at the survey and please fill it out. Um, we're trying to build the best course for you, and ones that are trying to make a profitable business or side hustle using these tools. Please, please, please let us know. If you have any questions, make sure that you put it in the comment section down below. Again, thank you so much for watching. I did not expect us to go 3.5 hours, but thank you so much for your time and energy. And we'll see you later next week. All right, everybody. Have a great night. All right. Bye bye.